Hello everyone, welcome back to WNNP.
My name is Robert.
And my name is James.
Looks like we're at the end of the year and entering 1921. Tonight we have a fascinating news recap for you right after this ad.
Do you have to clean your clothes all the time? Is it just not worth all the labor you do? Well, with the Neato washer, you can wash those problems away. No more hard scrubbing on a washboard anymore. Come on down and get yourself one from the Hurley Machine Company.
Thank you, John. I'll pick one up myself. Now on to the recap.
The 18th Amendment went into play this year and certainly caused some havoc. The amendment included the prohibition of the transportation, sale, and manufacture of alcoholic drinks. But this didn't stop the people from trying to get around this prohibition. Many people blew their own alcohol in their own houses, and that didn't go so well because many people blew their houses up.
We also had some gang wars in many major cities, such as Chicago and New York. These gangs fought to control territory in cities instead of speakeasies to increase revenue. Unfortunately, many people died during the fighting.
Sounds like the amendment failed because it was supposed to reduce violence in the United States, but instead, organized crime and more violence followed. And I hope that in the coming years it will get better and America will put more foresight in the actions that they make. The 19th Amendment also came into play this year, allowing women to vote. This was very surprising for everyone. This probably came along because of women such as Susan B. Anthony and Alice Paul, who fought hard for women's suffrage.
No matter what gender, anyone can vote now as long as they are U.S. citizens. That is amazing.
That is a really good summary, Robert.
Thank you, James. In later news, this year had some very popular music, and we'll be bringing you a popular song from this year right after this ad break.
Would you like to keep your food cold without working so hard? Try out the refrigerator. This device keeps your food cold indefinitely. No more eating the cold food that you buy immediately. Come on down into your local appliance store and get yourself one today.
Now, here is a popular song from this year.
Here's a Japanese sandman sneaking on without you. Just an old second-hand man. He'll buy your old days from you. He will take every sorrow of the day that is through, and he'll bring you tomorrow just to start life anew. Then you'll be a bit older in the dawn when you wake, and you'll be a bit bolder in the new day you make. There's a Japanese sandman trading silver for gold. Just an old second-hand man trading new days for old. Then you'll be a bit older in the dawn when you wake.
Wasn't that just great?
I absolutely agree, James. I love that song. It just has so much depth to the vocals, and the orchestra performed great. Nora Bayes is such a great singer, and her singing in the Japanese Sandman is just amazing. This song has so many interpretations, but what I think the theme of it is that the Japanese Sandman is really an interpretation of the mind. When you decide to put your past behind you and exchange it for your future, because if you keep looking at your past, you can't look into the future. But that is just what I think, and many other people have different opinions.
You really explained it well, Robert. I wish I could be as descriptive as you. I love your analogy as well, comparing the Japanese Sandman as the mind changing its ways.
Thank you, James. Looks like we are on our next and last news story, but please keep tuning in after to hear about the people who produced and helped make our show. Our last news story of the day is about international relations with other countries.
That sounds interesting, Robert.
It sure is, James. We've all heard of the 14 points made by Woodrow Wilson. One of those points was to construct a General Association of Nations. This is now the League of Nations, but America, even though being the inventor of it, hasn't joined yet.
But you're probably wondering, why hasn't America joined? Well, it's because America lost a lot of U.S. civilians and soldiers during the Great War, and they don't want to get involved in European affairs that could be a detriment to the people and the country as a whole. Well, looks like we're at the end of our show.
Thank you for tuning in and listening to WNNP.
Credits out to Films Productions for producing this show. Here are the other credits. Hosts are Robert and James. Editor is Robert. Writers, Robert, me, and James. Ad break. Voice actor is me. Main voice actors is Robert and James.
Music credits go to... Commercial music is by Al Jolson. Also, the popular song played in our show is by Nora Bayes.